Greetings. I'm going by titles of stories, events. And this is from August the 4th, 2025. So I'm behind. And I'm behind because it's just, I'm behind because there's too much going on. I would be sitting here talking like Dateline continuously because all the shit that's coming. This is how they feeding us. Story after story after story. And you know you pick what is interesting to you. So I don't know. Maybe I should go to flowers and gardening, but I like all this gooey shit that we can't do shit about. Because I'm like, this is some kind of planet. But this was former corrections officer sentenced to 15 years for prison, beating death of inmate Robert Brooks. And I want to talk about it because I keep talking about it, how they did that so quickly, and they did it on camera. They knew they were on camera. They had even their videos, these wicked, thuggish officers. Not officers, I don't know what you call them. But they showed it, kicking him in his groin. Just think about if that was your brother, your father, your uncle, your friend, your neighbor, a person. How his mother feel looking at that. And then he died. And like it was like it was all planned because it was the camera looking at him too. And then they released it just like that. You know they don't release shit that quick, do they? It takes years for them docking it and editing and twerking and tweaking it. But they released it just like that. And now within 6 months, they start sentencing them. Don't that give you something to think about? I mean, don't that seem strange? But anyway, I'm going to read this. I'm going to end. Former Marcy Corrections Officer Christopher Walwarth was sentenced to 15 years in prison on Monday for his involvement in the death of inmate Robert Brooks. Walwarth pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the first degree on May the 5th. Brooks' son, Robert Brooks Jr., was in Oneida County Court on Monday to witness Walwarth's fate. He told the courtroom that his life had changed forever since his father's death in December 2024. So it's only been 8 months and they have solved this quickly. They showed it quickly, and now this was the most brutal. This was more brutal than George Floyd that we have moved on along from. They even had some of us saying that was fake. It's just, we've forgotten about all this brutality. We have accepted it now. We were up in arms about George Floyd, but this, we have been trained. We're not even talking about this. This is just incredible that in 8 months they have solved this and they did it so that you could see it. Don't that make you think? His son, imagine if it were a member of his family who was incarcerated and killed by officers. Yeah, just imagine that. Your brother. And they broadcasted it for the world to see. They wanted the world to see that that's what they could do to black men. Because they released it so quick. That's the way I'm seeing now. That's the way my mind is just clicked in. There was a message. But them going to prison, that's another thing. Are they really there? Do anyone ever see them? Are they in public? Because you know they're not keeping in solitary confinement. They wouldn't do that to them because they did a favor for their establishment. They did establish for their global, worldwide system of white supremacy and systemic racism. They did the do. So I don't know. Are they there or are they getting special treatment? Are they going out the back door? Because they can't be punished. Remember the officer, was it Penny, Daniel Penny, who choked out the young brother on the New York subway that was imitating Michael Jackson? And 47 invited him to a sports event because they consider him a hero for what he did to that young man who was only asking for food. So they heroes. So I can't imagine, why would he be a hero, Daniel Penny, and then these officers get sentenced real quick, just like that? And we don't even care to think about it. We just talking about all kind of shit. It's just amazing. And they got Jermaine Umar GoFundMe on our minds. So is he a plant to keep us distracted with his ass, when we should be talking about something that we can't do nothing about anyway? They run a game on us. I'm looking at it. They got something for every age, every race to keep them distracted. They know what each of us like. And I'm going to end with this story. I learned this from a pastor when I was in the church. Some of the things they said I kept with me. And he talked about the conductor on the train that come down with his tray of beverages. And he'll have water, pop, coffee, tea, and he'll go all the way down the row until he gets rid of everything. And you may not want anything to drink, but he don't worry about that, because when he get to the end of the line, the tray is empty. So he come back with all kind of chips and corn chips and donuts and cupcakes and that. And he come down until he got your number. And that's how they do us. Until they got something for everybody to keep you distracted. This social media is the conductor. And we paid for a ticket to take our own self for a ride. And they riding us. Hard and long. Hard. I'm going to end. I'm getting besides myself without Vaseline. Peace if you can find it.